Are you ready to get this thing started?
You know I am. I've been preparing for this for weeks.
All right then, let's introduce this year-end special with a very affectionate cool drop, if you guys at home don't mind. All right, let's get this popping. So the first topic that we have is going to be, as I open up my tablet right now, because I want this to be very organized. The first topic that we have on deck is going to be, I pressed OK on this here. What the hell is happening? Okay, we are going to be doing top 5 singles first, all right? So here's how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna give you my top 5 first, just a straight run through, and then I'll point to you for a straight run through, and then we will delegate as to why we gave the rankings to our list, basically.
So we're doing this in order?
We're doing it in order, yes.
5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
5 to 1.
All right.
5 to 1.
You got this.
Okay, so let's get these started. So, number 5 on my list, I have, and this is singles, by the way, top 5 singles. DNA, Kendrick Lamar at number 5. Bodak Yellow at number 4 from Cardi B. Number 3, Passion Fruit from Drake. Number 2, Story of OJ from Jay-Z. And number 1, Humble from Kendrick Lamar. Marcus, what is your top 5?
So Cardi B,
Okay.
number 5.
Okay.
So I put Big Mensa featuring Pusha T.
Okay.
OMG as my number 4.
I like how you say Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Okay.
I know it's Pusha T, but
Yeah.
if you know his history, it's Pusha T.
Fair
Trust me.
enough. Oh yeah. Trust me. We know it's well documented.
My number 3 was Nerd and Rihanna.
Oh, that's a new record that
Lemon.
came out.
Yes.
Okay.
It slipped in. Then my number 2, sorry, that was Lemon by Nerd and Rihanna. And then Elements by Kendrick.
Okay.
And then Humble by Kendrick.
Okay. So you had what, 2 Kendrick records in there, or was it 3?
Could have been all 14.
It really could have been.
But I really thought this one through. DNA could have been on there. Rhapsody could have been on there.
Yeah.
But that's my 5.
All right, perfect. So you had Cardi B on your list, actually. So did I. Why did you decide to put Cardi B on your list?
So originally Cardi B was not on the list.
Okay.
And today I decided to put her on there.
Okay.
Only because I thought about it and I was like, there's no way I'm escaping that song in 2017.
Right.
That song was
everywhere. It was everywhere.
Literally everywhere. Like I listened to talk radio, I listened to podcasts, everyone was talking about it.
Yep.
And if it wasn't the song, it was Cardi B.
That's true.
Cardi B was all over the news. So you can't deny the fact. I mean, I would be not a hip hop fan if I did not put her on the list.
Hell, she even got nominated for a Grammy. That's what threw me off. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Cardi, so you know what? The song's kind of dope, actually.
All right. Yeah, no, it kind of is. Like, you have to be in the mood for it. Like, I always tell people, when it comes to trap music, for me personally, I gotta be in the mood, man. So I gotta be lit. I gotta have a bit of a buzz going on. I gotta be in the right environment for me to really enjoy it. I can't just be stationary and be like, okay, this is what's happening right now.
And I like to see if there's a stat on this. It's probably the most parodied song of the year.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of parodies of it. A lot of people making their own versions, make a lot of just stuff from it. So it's one of those things where you hear it. If you don't really like the song itself, it did remind me of something I saw.
Yes.
Or it was like the backdrop of some sort of meme or some sort of funny video.
Right.
So it's popularity.
Yeah.
If you're going to rank it by popularity, it definitely should be number 1.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, though, I put it on my number 5 just because it's just the social impact. You can't run away from it.
Right, fair enough. Which Kendrick Lamar record did you have at number 1 again?
Humble.
Okay, that was me too. Okay, fair enough. You had Element at number 2, however. Why did you choose Element at number 2?
So my biggest struggle was tossing up between Humble,
Yeah.
Element, and DNA.
Right.
The reason why I had Element as number 2, so being a video guy, what I liked about Kendrick's album, one of the many things I like about Kendrick's album, is that he literally, for me, brought back video editing and video production back into not only hip-hop but in the musical game.
Okay.
Like, those 3 videos were just insane.
Right.
Humble was insane. Like, I lost my mind when Humble came out.
Yeah.
And I didn't think there was going to be another video this year that was going to top Humble.
Right.
But Element was pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Like, Element was just...
Element was like raw documentary style
It was
almost.
beautiful. Like, literally beautiful. It had references to, like, old photographers.
Yeah.
Had references to, like, old hip-hop, like, to his life, his story. Like, the motif of, like, violence. Like, it's just insane. Like, to me, the reason why I put Element as number 2 is not only because the song's amazing.
Yeah.
But the music video just bumped it up there.
Right, for sure. Now, I had Story of OJ at number 2 because I did not expect to hear that out of Jay-Z. Like, I know Jay-Z's a wise man. Like, I know he knows his history about as far as, like, black contemporaries are concerned and what have you. I just never thought that I would hear him, of all people, go that deep, basically, to name a song after a not political figure, but as a public figure, and to go really in-depth socio-politically with it, basically. Talking about slavery and the roots of slavery and how slavery is also institutionalized, how it's also systemic, and how we become slaves to our own minds, basically, because of stereotypes that are placed upon us. And then when the music video came out for it, I mean, the fact that he used old blackface cartoons to illustrate his point, I mean, that's powerful right there, man. That is powerful. I mean, he even had the parody of Nina Simone, the person that he sampled for that record, in there as well, almost like, as a bizarre homage of sorts, which I really dug as well. I did not expect that from Jay-Z. I hadn't even heard that. I didn't even seen anything on that level from an artist that you would expect to hear that from, like, let's say, a Mos Def or something like that. So for Jay-Z to be completely out of his comfort zone to deliver us that type of record, I was on board for it. I was here for it. I was like, okay, Jay, that's how you're moving right now? All right, you might make me interested in this new album you got. So that was my reasoning for that record in particular. Passion Fruit took over the first quarter, maybe the second quarter, I would say, of the year. So I think that came out, like April or something like that?
Yes.
April or May-ish, yeah. So just in time for the summertime, basically, I would say.
Actually, not just in time for the summertime, just in time to sell OVO tickets.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Let's be
Of course.
Drake is a very smart businessman.
He is. But yeah, no, that took over. Like, I kept hearing about the record. I hadn't heard it at that time. I'm like, yeah, I'll listen to it when I listen to it. And then I heard the record. I'm like, oh, all right, this is smooth. This is not the type of production Drake would, sing or perform over, but I'm digging it. So I understood why people liked it.
See, Passion Fruit was actually, if I was to make a top 10, it would definitely be my top 10.
Okay.
The thing I liked about Passion Fruit, I remember when it first came out.
Yeah.
So when that album came out and was streaming over Apple Music, I believe it was.
Yeah.
That was actually one of the most social records I've experienced, where I was like online and chatting with my friend, like my buddy Alex from California. We were just going back and forth. Uh-huh. And I remember when Passion Fruit came out, I was like, okay, wait a minute. This is like old school. Like, I grew up in the 90s with the old classic house.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's the first part of that album. Yeah. And then even Passion Fruit gave me that feeling. Right. So I'll give it honorable mentions. Yeah. Didn't crack my top 5. Right. But that, it changed. It went back to the whole fusion style of hip hop that I love. Yeah,
and it was a good sound for Drake. Like, I've always, if there's one thing I've been critical about in regards to Drake, it's always been his content, like, or subject matter specifically. It sounds the same throughout each and every album, project, whatever you want to call it, playlist, etc. At least as far as production goes, he's kind of changed it up a little bit. He's added some South African influence in there. He's added some London influence into it as well. So at least from a sonic standpoint, I can actually appreciate what he's experimenting with, and it's working for him so far. I just wish I could hear a bit more subject matter outside of what we already know, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not saying to completely get rid of it, just add more to it.
So here's my hot take. Okay. I know this is we're talking about 2007. Yeah. But 2008 is going to be the 10-year anniversary when we all openly learned about Drake.
That's true, yeah.
Ransom. When he was on Ransom with Lil Wayne.
That was a hot record.
Yeah, in the middle, fall, summer, that's going to be a 10-year anniversary. Yeah. Don't be surprised if Drake doesn't celebrate his 10 years.
He could. I mean...
More Life was probably just a filler.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely filler.
Until next year. So I think what you're looking for, I would not be surprised if we see that next year.
I would hope so, because I thought I was going to get that on Views, to be honest. I thought Views was going to be his magnum opus, because now he has an entire album that's going to be very Toronto-centric, as opposed to the album covering the original name of the album, which is Views from the Six, basically. I thought I was going to get that with him. After I didn't get that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to come to grips with knowing that Drake is in this particular lane, and that's how he's going to stick going forward, which isn't an issue or problem. But I don't want to get my hopes up and hope that I hear, like, comeback season Drake or even So Far Gone Drake, So whatever Drake I have right now, I should just accept it. That's going to be him, and then just keep it moving, basically. That's the attitude I had after Views came out.
Can't Have Everything, was that a single? I can't remember if he released it or not.
Ooh, I can't remember which record that was, to be
honest. That was on More Life. That was the one where he just went into that raw, like, hip-hop beats. Like, he kind of went, like, old school...
rhymes Drake.
I'd have
That's
to.
Drake I want to hear.
I gotta listen to that record again. But if that's the type of Drake you're looking for, or the type of Drake you're describing, rather, that's the kind of Drake I want as well. Because I've always said to people, when Drake tries and raps, he's a spitter. Like, he goes in. Like, I remember one of my favorite records from him is Tuscan Leather.
Yes.
He just went in on that record. It sounded like an old school Rockefeller Just Blaze beat from like the early 2000s. He's just going in. The record, what's that record he had with Rick Ross, man? I can't remember the name of it right now. But anyways, all I'm saying is, like, when he spits, like, he goes in. Like, I want to hear that Drake. Like, when he's that hungry, I'm a Drake fanatic for real. But when he just does what the competition is doing and just kind of goes with the flow, it's like, come on, man. Like, you're a trendsetter. Set the trend. Don't ride the wave. Create the wave. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion on Drake. But nonetheless, I have to give props where props due. Passion Fruit was a hot record in my opinion. So that's why I included it in my top 5 singles, basically.
Yeah.
All right. So on that end, ladies and gentlemen listening, watching at home later on YouTube, what do you guys think about our top 5? Hit me up on Twitter at @cool_radio and let me know what you think. Cool.